If someone would come to you today in the street, at your job, at a convention, wherever you are, and would tap you on the shoulder and would ask you, "Who is God?" what would your answer be? I believe in our answer would show how intimate we know a person. For example, if if somebody asks me who is that person speaking, I would say, oh, it's a professor from our university who is in our science department and he has so many classes. Maybe I won't even know if he's married or if he has children, but I know something about him. The same with the president, maybe. I know the president, I know his name, I know his titles, maybe I know where he studied, maybe not. So your answer will always show and demonstrate the intimacy of the relationship between you. For example, if I introduced my father, I would say, if somebody asked me, who's that guy? I would say, oh, he's my father. And his name, and then I would say, his name is Petrus Johannes Palem, and he's an engineer, and he has workshops too, one in this town, one in the other town. He grew up on a farm. This is his family. He's got 11 brothers and sisters. This is their names. How many years they were in one place, how many years they stayed in another place. He got married to my mom. This is the year they got married. We are so many kids, and we are 5 kids that they have. I'm the oldest of the 5, and I could keep on going and going, and they would ask me, okay, so what is he doing as in his job? Oh, he's as an engineer, he rebore blocks, we skim heads, he fix cars that's broken, and you go on, and there's 1,000 little things that I can mention from my dad's workshop by working with him all these years from when I was very little in his workshop. And then they would ask me, okay, so who is my dad if he's not at the workshop? Because that's only a part of who he is. And then I would say, oh, when my dad is at home, he loves to go out, he loves to take us out, he loves to go away on long weekends, he loves to jet ski, he boats, autovillas, to travel and to camp. My dad loves to camp. My dad loves the family. He loves to have the whole family together and doing some crazy things. That's my dad. He loves to laugh. He loves to make people happy. If he can tell a joke, that would be the biggest thing. Even if we go to a restaurant, this is what my dad will do. He will go to people or meet them in a queue or something, and he will start telling a joke, and he will know people, get to know them by start a relationship with them or talking to them. But they won't know him. They won't know him the way I know him. They would know if somebody would ask them who he is, said, oh, I don't know, but that guy can tell a bunch of jokes. That is how they will introduce him. And even with us as kids, every one of us would have another way to introduce my dad. If you ask me, I will have very special, intimate moments with my dad that I would share with you. And my brother would have other moments that he would share with you, as with my sisters. So the way that you introduce somebody says a lot about your intimacy. And that is exactly the same with God. If somebody taps you on the shoulder and asks you today, who is God? What would you say? And that is why we are going back to the roots. That's why we are going to go deep and we are going to discuss this, because it is very important for us as believers and as Christians to know who God is. And if we don't know him that well, to get to know him that well.